We're moving on to diversity on television. According to a PricewaterhouseCoopers report, 80% of people in the entertainment and media industry are monolingual and speak only English at home. This lack of diversity has resulted in I guess a decline of interest in people watching television and taking to Australian television per se, I guess. Maritza, what do you think about diversity on television?
I think it's fantastic. And reading the article, for example, they featured 3 different women, very
the
different
article in The Age.
Yeah, the article in The Age. And I guess, consider myself very blessed because when I was growing up and I wanted to be a journalist, at home we would watch SBS and ABC News rather than, Channel 7 and Channel 9. So I grew up with, for example, Leland Chin on SBS or Janice Peterson on SBS or Katrina Carvalho. And looking at female journalists like that, they were really diverse, and so that for me was fantastic.
Yeah, I think one of the ladies in that article, in the Age article, was Kim Taguchi, and she's an ABC News reporter. Back when she first started out, the directors actually said she wouldn't make it in TV because of the way she looked. Now she's, I think, part Asian, and I think back in, I guess you grew up with people of different ethnics on TV, but that's not how I grew up watching Australian television. Home and Away and Neighbours was predominantly a whitewash, and these were that was what we watched on TV. And growing up, I just couldn't relate.
It is still a lack. It is getting better, but there is still a severe lack of representation in media in general. It's not just TV. It's in print, it's really, really ironic because, Australia prides itself as a multicultural community, right? But when you look at media, it's getting better, but it's still not great. It's still unfortunately, a lot of white representation.
I agree. With 19 million in Australia and 1 in 4 come from different countries or born overseas, it's not reflected on our television screens. You just have to wake up in the morning and, Sunrise, today's shows, it's predominantly white cultures. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't connect to the people watching it. It's not serving the ethnic minorities, and we're supposed to be multicultural.
It makes it really bad because, growing up, I wanted to be blonde and white.
Yeah, and that becomes your idea of beauty and what is accepted, what's the norm. Rachel, what do you think?
I think people want to open magazines and they want to look on TV and they want to see someone who looks like themselves, They want to feel like they're somehow represented. But I think on the flip side, as we're waiting for the media to do that, in this culture of social media, so many people are just creating their own channels. YouTube is just such a big platform that people are saying, I'm not going to wait for someone to give me an opportunity. I'm going to create my own opportunity. I'm going to grab a camera, grab my phone, and I'm going to just start talking about issues that are relevant to my community.
They do that very well in New Zealand. I know with the Pacific Island community, we've started doing our own fashion shows. We have our own fashion labels. We have our own designers and also television programs because we couldn't relate. I know New Zealand does it better than Australia, but I think we have a long way to go in terms of representing our people or the communities, ethnic minorities on TV, on Australian TV.
And I do wonder actually whether, what you were saying, Rachel, that there's a lot of social media representation now, whether that's actually the reason why the mainstream media is getting better now?
Well, I think that they're going to follow the money. So as they see that communities are not engaging and that they're able to pull dollars to another platform, sometimes they actually pick up those shows. So they'll see a show does really well on social media, and then they'll, a major network will then offer them a contract to have that show on a major platform.
And I think a lot of us also switch on to American TV. I'd love to hear what you have to say about this diversity on TV. Do you think that there is enough diversity? Let us know on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.